Hey guys, today let's do the unboxing and overview of the Asus ZenScreen MQ16AH portable OLED monitor. So yeah, this is a portable OLED monitor and there's not too many of those out there. The one that I have is the ViewSonic VP16 OLED, which is one of the few OLED monitors out there that's not like one of those Chinese brands that you find on Amazon. And Asus is a company that, that I've been a big fan of for many years. Because I've owned many Asus products before, like their gaming laptops, their ZenBooks, and also their phone as well, which I'm using as a primary phone. I'm using the Asus ZenFone 10 actually. So yeah, big fan of Asus stuff. The reason I'm getting another portable monitor is because my ViewSonic doesn't work anymore. I mean, that kind of goes to show you, right, the quality control of some of these companies. ViewSonic's an American company, but I've never had any issues with Asus stuff much before, so I decided to trust Asus more. My ViewSonic just stopped working. Like, I tried plugging in the USB cable to the monitor and it doesn't display anything anymore. It just kind of just died on me. So this is pretty much going to be my replacement. So yeah, one thing I have to note that with Asus stuff, it always seems like their packaging and presentation is something that they put a lot of thought into. So this box looks like something that you would get for like a high-end Asus laptop, like an Asus ZenBook laptop, right? And they use this for this portable monitor too, despite the fact that this monitor costs a lot less than a ZenBook. This monitor is, of course, is still pretty expensive for a portable monitor because it's an OLED monitor, right? So it costs about $400 US. The specs of this is a 15.6-inch Full HD display, 100% DCI-P3, 1 millisecond response time, HDR10, and has all the other Asus technologies like flicker-free, low blue light. They have a special low blue light technology that's like certified with TUV Rainland and stuff. I guess it's also Pantone validated and stuff as well. So yeah, you have all that stuff going on. And I've always been impressed with Asus OLED stuff because I have owned one of their laptops before that had an OLED display, which is the Asus ZenBook Pro 15. So yeah, I'm actually pretty familiar with Asus's OLED devices. Yeah, I had a Asus ZenBook Pro before, which had an OLED display. So I think this is pretty much going to be the same display as on the Asus ZenBook Pro 15 I owned before. So anyways, let's take a look at the unboxing. It unboxes almost exactly like a ZenBook, but except this is a ZenScreen. So props to Asus for making even their portable monitor unboxings, you know, kind of a little bit luxurious looking, right? So anyways, this is what it looks like. It's very, very thin. OLED screens can be very thin, of course, and yeah, you can see how thin it is, and it's pretty light as well. I would say it weighs just a little bit over a pound, so fairly light. Asus ZenScreen OLED MQ16AH, yeah, so see technologies here is, of course, it's got the Asus OLED technology. Now the actual OLED panel, I'm not sure if that's actually an Asus OLED panel, because most of the OLED panels that you see these days are made by Samsung or LG, right? Mostly LG, I would say. Samsung makes their OLED displays for themselves, their phones and stuff, but for smaller OLED displays, I think it's mostly Samsung, and then LG makes the bigger ones for TVs and stuff. But I'm not sure if Asus actually makes their own OLEDs. It'd be cool if they did. 100% DCI-P3 coverage. Yeah, it's got proximity sensor, which is cool. Tripod socket, which is interesting. So you can actually mount it on a tripod, I guess, if you're doing some production work. And this is also, you know, geared towards creative professionals as well. I think that's what OLED positions their ZenBook, like VivoBook series as well. And they mostly position those OLED displays towards creative professionals, so I guess that's why they got that tripod mount, right? So if you're like doing some filming and production and stuff, yeah, overall it's pretty light. Because I'd probably say this weighs around a pound. It's pretty light. 15.6-inch display. Man, we've come a long way, right? I remember when I had my monitor to go, which was like this full HD monitor that was also 15.6 inches, except that one weighs a lot more, and also that's also not even an IPS panel, it's a TN panel. An old technology TN LCD panel, and this one being OLED, same resolution and same display size, but this one weighs a lot less and is a lot thinner. So yeah, you guys can see the thinness of this display right here. So you got a power button right here. This one, actually not sure. This is an extra button right here. Could be for launching some application. This is volume controls, looks like. You get two display up, two USB-C in. I'm looking at this little icon here. This is display port capable. So yeah, definitely. I think this one is meant to be used for charging only. So this is DC input. So this is USB-C charging only for the power. And then this one is meant for inputting your device for display out. So that's a display port icon there. And then on this side, you have a mini HDMI input, not micro, not full size. Unfortunate because mini HDMI is probably the least common out of the three. You're more likely to find a full size, obviously. Full size HDMI would be nice, but I think they went with mini to save some space. But honestly, I would have preferred full size HDMI, even if it's to add a little bit of thickness, because full size is way more common to find. And now you're gonna have to find an adapter or just buy an extra cable because of this mini HDMI, because usually it's not that common to find mini HDMI. Even micro HDMI is a little bit more common. So a little bit disappointed they went with mini. I would have just increased the thickness a little bit to make room for a full size, but that's just me. Another display-port input here for USB-C and a headphone jack. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the I/O. And you look at the back. This is what it looks like. Yes, there is a tripod mount here, so you can use this to attach to an arm. I think if you have some kind of arm mount, you can attach it to that. And I guess if you're gonna do it for like production work, or even if you're just gonna put it up on your desk, I think that would be useful, right? Just put an arm on your desk or somewhere else, and you can just kind of have this floating around, which is really cool. And this is a good monitor for that purpose because this is so thin, right? So and it's light. So you can easily just float it around and move it out of the way if it's inconvenient. So yeah, ZenScreen OLED Asus. Okay, I love Asus products. They all look really classy and luxurious and elegant. And yeah, we've come a long way for sure. Look how thin and light this thing is compared to my first portable monitor, right? Like I said, is a TN LCD panel and the same resolution and size, but it was way thicker and way heavier, like at least double the weight of this. So we've come a long way in portable monitor technology. And this one obviously having a better quality display too, of course, since it's OLED, right? So yeah, we also get a stand. This is the stand for the monitor. So nice of Asus to include that. So, okay, let's take a look at this. Interesting color they chose. It's this kind of brown color that's trying to be like simulating leather, but it's not leather. It's actually the feeling is more like rubber. It's more like rubber, but I guess it's trying to simulate leather or something. Here are the different modes you can position the monitor in. So you have it like folded up like this, or you can have it like, yeah. So you have all these different seating positions. It's actually kind of similar to how you would use one of those hybrid tablet laptops, like a Microsoft Surface Pro or something. I guess that's maybe how they intend you to use it, like kind of like a hybrid laptop kind of thing. Just connect it to. Yeah, I'm gonna test this out with my phone and stuff, and just play some videos with it. Okay, we got a calibration testing report, which is nice of Asus to include. So you can see the color gamut, and this is specific to this monitor, by the way. Every monitor is going to have a little bit different testing reports, because every monitor is going to be a little bit different, right, the way that they were produced. This is for this particular monitor that I got. So you can see the color gamut coverage for sRGB should be pretty high. I mean, if it's DCI-P3 100%, then obviously it should be way above 100% for sRGB. And then, okay, this is their testing equipment, the color accuracy. So yeah, even though it doesn't really say Pantone validated, I guess you can trust the color calibration testing report for this. The color should be properly calibrated and everything. Okay, I mean, they even included the testing results. They're confident enough to include that, right? Okay, you also get this. This is just a quick start guide, maybe. Oh, it's a VIP member notice. Okay. I usually don't care for this registration stuff. I mean, you should do it for warranty, but I'm usually quite lazy. But I know, like, yeah, you usually should register it for warranty purposes. And yeah, this is again the same kind of sheet showing how you should use the portable monitor. And you can connect it to your laptop, obviously, or anything else really that you just have a mini HDMI connection for. You have to use, for most people, they'll have to use an adapter or a specialized cable, because not many things have a mini HDMI out. So yeah, I'm guessing I'll just have to use my own specialized cable. It's likely I'll have to get a full-size to mini HDMI cable here. Yeah, you can use it with pretty much anything that has video output. Or you can just use the USB-C actually. Yeah, so that's only for devices that don't have a native USB-C video output. So what I'm saying is if you have something like a game console, right, and you want to use your game console with this portable monitor, then you got to use a full-size HDMI to mini HDMI. But for most laptops and modern laptops and phones these days, they can output through USB-C. So I'll just probably use USB-C for that. Okay, then we have some cables here. Do they? Oh, they actually include you a mini HDMI. Okay, that's very nice of them. Okay, so it looks like you don't even need to buy the cable, guys, because Asus generously includes us the cable. So I think they kind of have an idea that most people don't have a mini HDMI cable lying around. So they just give you a full-size HDMI to a mini HDMI. So that's really nice of Asus. That was one of the things I was worried about. I was concerned about this mini HDMI connection, but that's resolved because they actually give you the cable, so you don't need to go out and buy your own cable. They also give you, looks like a pretty sturdy USB-C cable. So this should pretty much cover all your bases, guys. For most modern devices like phones and laptops, they should have DisplayPort out over USB-C. So you just connect USB-C through your device to your phone, your laptop, through to the portable monitor, and it should just work. For older devices or devices that don't have USB-C video output, like game consoles, like I mentioned, then that's when you'll have to use this HDMI to mini HDMI. So I think you got all your bases covered with these two cables here, and Asus generously provides you both of them. So very nice of Asus to do that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's what's in the box. I think like always, Asus always goes the extra mile to give you what everything that you could possibly want for this thing to work. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the unboxing. Now I'm going to test it out. I'm going to test it out with... Actually, I will use a gaming console with it, test that out, and then I'll use it with my phone as well and play some videos, so stay tuned. Alright, so now I have the Asus OLED monitor hooked up right now, and I have it set on the stand right now in this position. You can set it in a few different positions, but I found this position satisfactory for now. So one thing I found out about this monitor is that it actually doesn't output sound, and yeah, I think for some reason I thought it would. I thought it had speakers, but it doesn't have any speakers. So the only way it outputs sound right now is through the headphone jack, which I have hooked up to my Mitchell Acoustics Ustream Go's right now, just to have some sound ready. But yeah, that's kind of a disappointment. I was kind of expecting it to have built-in speakers. I mean, sure, portable monitors usually don't have good built-in speakers, but at least put something in, right? Something's better than nothing. But yeah, this Asus OLED monitor doesn't have any built-in speakers, so in order to hear sound, you have to either use headphones or yeah, just speakers, I guess, external speakers. So that's what I'm using right now. That's unfortunate, right? So it's not as convenient that way. Yeah, like having built-in speakers, no matter how bad, at least if you forget to bring headphones or external speakers, you at least have something, right? But in this case, if you're using this OLED monitor, you want to hear audio out of it, you have to either use your source device audio or you just configure it to use your source device audio, or you have to bring your headphones or external speakers. And unfortunately, yep, that's the way you have to do it with this device. So that's a little bit of a disappointment here. But yeah, let me get in a bit closer. See if we can show you guys more. There we go. There. So yeah, right now I have my retro emulator console hooked up to it. So this is my Kinhank Super X5 Pro console that I just did a review of. And just gonna play some retro games so you guys can see how good it looks on the OLED monitor here. So yeah, I'd play some retro games first, and then I'll play some videos after that. But let's go with... Okay, I might take the time to show you guys the controls on this monitor, by the way. So there's 4 buttons on the side of the monitor. The first one is the power button. So you can, of course, turn it on and off. But the other 3 buttons, so I previously said that these 2 are volume controls. Of course they're not, because it doesn't have a built-in speaker. So actually, well, they actually have a nice theme song here. So actually they're meant for navigating through the menus. So basically this button, the second from the top, basically this button here is used to access the menu and also to confirm selections. So It's a nice animated intro here. So we can go to menu here, and here are the different menu selections. So yeah, so again, you have different modes here. Standard, sRGB, scenery, theater, game, night view, reading, and darkroom mode. Right now it's in game mode because I'm playing a game. The blue light filter, color, you can change brightness, contrast, saturation, color, temperature, and skin tone. Then image, you can change the sharpness, aspect control, vivid pixel, ASCR, HDR. So yeah, this does support HDR10, I believe. And vivid pixel is kind of an Asus technology, which is set to about 50% right now. And we can change the input. Of course, this is using the mini HDMI input because I'm outputting from a game console, so it doesn't have USB-C video output right now. Then you can change there's this other settings here: Splendid Demo Mode, Auto Rotation, OLED Setup, Volume, Game Plus, Quick Fit, OSD Setup, Language. So those are the different setups here. Actually, there's a few more options here. Let's see. Key lock, information, power indicator, proximity sensor. Okay. So yeah, that does have a proximity sensor. So when you come close to the screen, it'll automatically turn on and off, which is pretty cool. But yeah, let's go with that. And this is the back button and exit. Yeah, we'll just play some Sonic CD right now. I think now it should be better for you guys to see. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, funny enough, Sonic CD is on a lot of different platforms now. It used to be just like kind of this niche Sonic game because there's only a Sonic on Sega CD, but now after Christian Whitehead ported it over and kind of remade it in 2011, it's been on pretty much every platform now. So it's actually, ironically, one of the easiest to get Sonic games right now, most widely available, because it certainly wasn't easily accessible before. That's a trap. Oh, okay. If you run fast enough, you actually go in the future. Future. That's if you go fast enough. I haven't gone fast enough yet. I think this is the future version. boss battle here. Alright, so anyways, a Sonic CD. I also want to show some not just 2D games, but 3D games as well. So we'll go to the PSP here. I think this is this is probably have some of the best looking games for this console here. So go with PSP, and let's see. Good game would be for graphics wise. Oh wow, there's Ghost in the Shell. Did not know there was a PSP game for that. Yeah, let's go with God of War, Chains of Olympus. Yeah, that should be a pretty good looking game. Okay. Yeah, this should be one of the best looking games on this console here. Okay, so it's Vatican. Yeah, I guess this is one of the best looking PSP games. Usually God of War games are pretty good looking, so.
Return fire!
Oops. Nice. I don't know, these early 3D, I mean, not really early 3D, but these older 3D games, yeah, they look pretty good on the system, of course, but I still somehow prefer the 2D games to run on this display, because yeah, I just don't think that these older 3D games age as well. That's the thing. Even something like PSP, which is actually 10 years old, actually not 10 years old, 20 years old, my bad. PSP is 20 years old now. Yeah, so this is actually 20, like PSP is 20 years old, and yeah, well, it's not exactly early 3D, like early 3D would be like PS1 and Nintendo 64, but still, it still looks pretty aged now compared to today's 3D games. So yeah, generally, like, of course it runs really well on this display, but I think I still prefer having, yeah, I still prefer having like a 2D retro game. Actually, I think that looks better. So let's go back. Kill switch engage. Oh, that's an interesting soundtrack here. Looks pretty nice. Yeah. I'm on game mode here on the Asus monitor, but pretty nice. it looks pretty good. The Burnout Dominator looks pretty good. Anyways, yeah, that's Burnout. Actually, there's one more game I want to try on the PSP. Yeah, anyways, this should be a pretty good looking game for the PSP, so check it out here, play some volleyball. Now, let's see what we're going to do here. I'll be Kokoro. I think her name means flower or something.
My first time in the tropics. I'm so excited.
Hello there.
Who looks really fit?
I'm the one who would have a good time. So she.
Yeah, let's
You know
go.
what that means? Shop. Music. Come on, let's leave the shop. What do you have? What are you
Wait, I
hanging
don't have
around
enough for that.
Come on, let's leave the shop.
Oh, okay, we had to leave.
Not that one. Come on, check your belongings.
No. Go through this stupid
Belongings.
thing first.
Belongings and
Yeah, I want to go
go
to a
ahead and
pool.
give me.
Yes.
Gift?
This is kind of a.
Oh, thank you. Surprised? I'm so happy
Let's
to
play some volleyball.
But
Oh my god, I gotta do this first. Take pictures. Oops. You can exit that.
tonight,
Yeah, let's play some volleyball. There we go.
the points.
Oh, finally, okay.
This one's all me. Hey, all mine.
Oh my god. I can get pretty hardcore at this volleyball stuff, man.
Nice serve. Hey, take that. Yeah. Huh. Hey. Hey. Lisa. Ow.
Spike that. There we go.
Take it easy.
I'm ready to score.
Huh, nice serve. Yeah, go, go, go. Ah. How's this?
Oh god, okay.
Keep
Missed.
it up. Like I could ever lose. This one's gone. Ah.
Oh my god, again.
Gotta stay calm. Concentrate. Yep, nice serve. Hey, how's this? Ah.
What?
We can win this. Time to start scoring.
What?
Let's keep it up. I aim to win.
Come on, Lisa, that was yours.
Hey.
I also really like the soundtrack in this game.
It's there. Yeah.
Hey, now's my chance.
Oh my god.
Keep it up. Concentrate. Yep. Hey, take this.
Oh my god, come on.
I did it.
Okay, anyways. Try one more 2D game. This isn't like exactly like 2D in the same way that like Sonic was, but it's also not really 3D either. Because it's not really like using like, you know, something like Quake would use like those kind of polygons. So it's interesting. Like it's from a 3D perspective, but it's actually not really using like 3D sprites.
Suspended within the fabric of
That
time
makes
and
sense.
space lies the realm of the...
So yeah, Hexen should be an interesting one. Oh, it's too bad you guys can't see how black this is. This is actually pretty black, that background there. Okay, so choose mage here, my class, sorcerer. Yeah, so as you guys can see, it's not really using 3D polygons the same way that a 3D like first-person shooter game like GoldenEye 007 or Quake or Unreal Tournament would use. Instead, it's actually using 2D sprites, but from a 3D perspective. So that's pretty interesting. That actually makes this game look quite good, actually, in my opinion. because I actually like these pixelated sprites kind of look. Yeah, I actually like the look of the pixelated sprites. So maybe that's just my look. I think it actually makes this game look better. So I think actually Hexen aged pretty well. Quake didn't actually age as well, but Hexen actually I think aged pretty well. Yeah. Been a while since I played this game. Let's see. Here we go. Oh, of course. This is using the same engine as Doom, and Doom aged pretty well too. Except this is like more of a dark fantasy version of Doom. There we go. Yeah, anyways, Hexen looks pretty good on the Asus monitor. Obviously it looks much better than it does through the camera. The camera can't capture the same amount of colors and blacks. Like for example, you guys have seen this thing in the middle here. This actually looks really blue on my monitor, but it does not look like that on the camera. It looks like light blue on the camera. This actually looks really blue on the monitor here. And all this space, like this looks really dark and black because it's OLED. So I can't show you guys exactly the full extent of the color palette just from, you know, filming this using a camera, unfortunately. But yeah, obviously it works pretty well for games. Now I'm going to switch it over to cinema mode here, and we're going to check out some video. So I'm going to switch this over to theater mode. And you can see that changes the color palette quite a bit. I can actually show you a scenery mode, sRGB mode, standard mode. Standard is the default mode. And then night view mode, reading mode, and darkroom mode. So yeah, let's go to game mode. Is actually like it turns up the brightness, I believe. And theater mode just seems like it adds more blues and also it darkens it. So yeah, I'm gonna connect it to my phone, and I'm gonna use the USB-C input now. And switch to, I believe, number 2. Okay, so I have my phone hooked up to VLC right here, and I have a K-pop video ready to play here. I think K-pop videos are generally good for audiovisual testing. On this phone here, I have this song, yeah. By Lehigh. This is a theater mode. This music video, this particular one, has black and white scenes, so that's cool. Good for testing. And also the colors, there's a lot of different colors in this music video too. I think this one looks well. Yeah, so that I think that's a pretty good video because it kind of alternates between the black and white scenes and the color scenes. So that's pretty good. Think of another really colorful one. This one's pretty colorful, right? Yeah. Yeah, this was a pretty colorful music video too. Super Shy by New Jeans. Yeah, a lot of different colors in this one.
I'm super shy, but wait a minute while I make you mine, make you mine. 떨리는 지금도 you're on my mind all the time. I wanna tell you, but I'm super shy, super shy. I'm super shy, but wait a minute while I make you mine, make you mine. 떨리는 지금도 you're on my mind all the time. I wanna tell you, but I'm super shy, super shy. And I wanna go out with you, where you wanna go? Find a spot, just sit on top, looking pretty. Follow me, 우리 둘이 나란히 보이지? 내 눈이 갑자기 빛나지? When you say I'm a dream, you don't even know my name, dear. You don't even know my name, dear. 누구보다도 I'm super shy, but wait a minute while I make you mine, make you mine. 떨리는 지금도 you're on my mind all the time. I wanna tell you, but I'm super shy, super shy. I'm super shy, but wait a minute while I make you mine, make you mine. 떨리는 지금도 you're on my mind all the time. I wanna tell you, but I'm super shy, super shy.
Okay. Alright, let's play another colorful K-pop music video. And this is going to be Red Velvet's Queendom. Another very colorful video here. I think it's a good showcase for this display.
Yeah, hey, here we go again. 눈부신 햇살아래 아이처럼 활짝 웃는 너.
Yeah, it just really pops on this display.
같은 꿈속에 우리 계속 불러댄 먼 기억 너머의 wonderland. We're queens in the red castle. Don't need crown, 해본 나치 dazzle. 함께 만들어온 paradigm 확실히 다른 stereotype. 볼수록 빛나는 pose, problems 저 하늘 위로 던져. We are making the rules, 'cause we are queens and kings. 손을 더 높이 모일수록 아름답게 shining bling bling. 비가 내려도 strong and beautiful. 모두 다른 색깔로 완성한 rainbow. 라띠라뚜빠빠디라, 라띠라뚜빠빠디라. 다시 한번 시작해볼까? That's our queendom, yeah. 라띠라뚜빠빠디라, 라띠라뚜빠빠디라. 너와 손을 맞잡은 순간 That's our queendom. We strong, not to miss it. We go, 답은 simple. Big boss, 불어 whistle. 더 큰 세상이 너를 주목해. 축제를 열어볼까? 난 너의 손을 잡아. 기다린 지금이야. 너도 깨 펼쳐봐. 놀라, what my carnival climax 지금부터야. We are making the rules, 'cause we are queens and kings. 손을 더 높이 모일수록 아름답게 shining bling bling. 비가 내려도 strong and beautiful. 모두 다른 색깔로 완성한 rainbow. 더 크게 외쳐, we do it better. 어둠을 헤쳐 빛을 날아가. 새로운 color 이름은 together. It's now or never. We got forever. 'Cause we are queens and kings. 손을 더 높이 모일수록 아름답게 shining bling bling. 비가 내려도 strong and beautiful. 모두 다른 색깔로 완성한 rainbow. 라띠라뚜빠빠디라, 라띠라뚜빠빠디라. 다시 한번 시작해볼까? That's our queendom, yeah. 라띠라뚜빠빠디라, 라띠라뚜빠빠디라. 너와 손을 맞잡은 순간 That's our queendom, yeah.
Yeah, it's another good music video to show off the colors because that one just really pops up the screen right there. All those different bright colors. So yeah, it's another good one to test out. Yeah, I'm actually going to go to my old standby here. So that's That's a pretty colorful music video, but I used to, whenever I go into a store before, like say I go to an Apple store and I want to test like an iPad or MacBook and I want to test the display, the one I always used to go to is yeah. This is the one I used to always go to before. Because it's classic. I mean, from way back in the day, like over 10 years ago, this is a song I'd use to test out displays. And why not? Just test. I'm going to use it to test it out here too. I mean, it's a pretty colorful music video as well. They were all wearing very colorful outfits. So, and plus G is a great song, so it works. Yeah, see, they're all wearing different colored clothes here, so it's actually pretty good for testing out displays. Yeah, it looks really good on this OLED too, as you would expect. So yeah, you guys just saw the music video I was using. That's the video I was used to testing out displays for a lot of different, devices back in the day from circa 2010, 2011. I've been using that video for a long time. Okay, so let's see. I should have some movies as well. These on my SD card. Yeah. Alright, so let's check out movies. Lost in Translation, that's a good one. Let's check out Lost in Translation here.
You're probably just having midlife crisis. Did you buy a Porsche?
Oh, okay, yeah, this scene's a little bit too dark, so you guys can actually see. I mean, I don't actually see my reflection that much. I mean, it is reflective, so it is glossy, but you're seeing it way more on the camera. I mean, yeah, this is a glossy display. Certainly does show you a reflection. So just make sure to turn off the lights when you're watching, movies and stuff like this, of course. Otherwise, these scenes, these really black scenes, are going to have a lot of reflections. So, yeah, my advice: just watch. Don't watch this, with lighting on. Just turn off the lights to watch this kind of movie. Like, if you have a lot of dark scenes and stuff. But just in general, I think it's a good idea to turn off the lights and watch a movie so you can see the contrast better. You don't have reflections like this. So yeah, here's a scene. You guys can probably see it better. Oh, you can still see my reflection kind of. Yeah. This is a pretty dark movie in general. A lot of dark scenes because it's at night in Tokyo. Yeah, they're trying to show off some of the Japanese nightlife in this movie. Okay, let's actually show something like, see if I have an anime. I can also always use an anime to show it. I think Your Name is actually a really good one to show off because the animation style is so crisp. Yeah, let's use Your Name. Yeah, that's really beautiful looking, see? That's really beautiful looking on this monitor. Wow.
それなのになぜ目も合わせやしないんだい遅いよと誇る君これでもやれるだけ飛ばしてきたんだよ
何が起きているのかだんだん分かってきた滝くんは東京に住む同い年の高校生で
ど田舎暮らしの三葉との入れ替わりが不定期で週に 2,3 度不意に訪れるトリガーが眠ること原因は不明
入れ替わっていた時の記憶は目覚めるとだんだん不鮮明になってしまう
それでも俺たちは確かに入れ替わっている周囲の反応がそれを証明している
Yeah, this is a much better test of this display here because anime works really well on it, especially Makoto Shinkai. His anime is always like very vivid looking, so.
この謎現象をとにかくも乗り切るために協力し合うこと それなのに
それなのに
あの男は男子の視線スカート注意人生の基本でしょ
人の金を無駄遣いすんだ。
食べてるのは君の体私だってバイトしてるし
組紐とかこれ無理だろ。
あなたバイト入れす
お
ぎ
前の無駄遣いのせいだろ。
Man, this anime is so good looking. Even through the camera, you can kind of see how good looking it is. But in person, of course, it's really beautiful. Yeah.
今日は帰り道に奥寺先輩とお茶君たちの仲は順調だよ
てめえ三葉、俺の人間関係変えるなよ。
ちょっと滝くんなんで女子に告白されてんの
お前俺に人生預けた方がモテんじゃね？
うぬぼれんといてよね彼女もおらんくせ
お前だっていねえじゃねえか。
私は
俺はい
ないんじゃなくて作らないの
All right. So, anyways, guys, yeah, this is the Asus ZenScreen OLED portable monitor. Overall, at $400 US, it's not a cheap portable monitor. It's definitely one of the most expensive portable monitors you can get. But you do get this OLED display, you know, and there's not too many OLED portable monitors out there. Yeah, so I mean, this being one of the options, right? And I do like it better than the ViewSonic in some ways because the ViewSonic, I know that didn't work very well for me. Like sometimes I just put in the input, and it only takes in micro HDMI input and USB-C. But either way, when I try to use either of those inputs, it doesn't always work, and I had a lot of issues. The ZenScreen seems to just work when I put in the input, so it doesn't seem to have that kind of issue. The ViewSonic VP16 OLED I had lots of issues with it detecting the input. This ZenScreen just works, so that's good. And oh, this is a really beautiful scene, lots of colors too. And the only thing is the ViewSonic at least has built-in speakers. This one doesn't have built-in speakers, so that's kind of a minor annoyance for me because like if I want to hear audio, now I have to remember, oh, I have to bring a headphone or I have to bring external speakers in order to plug it in with. Yeah, that's kind of a minor nuisance, but yeah, I think that's my main problem with this display. Yeah, the price and everything, yeah, it's a little on the expensive side, but you do get what you pay for, and this is a beautiful looking portable monitor. One of the best looking portable monitors on the market. But yeah, the fact that it doesn't have speakers, yeah, that's probably my biggest issue with it. And now I have to carry around headphones and external speakers if I use this monitor out, you know, outside, which is what this monitor is used for, right? So it's a portable monitor. It's meant for traveling with. So yeah, that'll probably be my biggest gripe about it. Proximity sensor is pretty cool, and I really do like the thinness and how lightweight it is. By the way, it's not 1 pound, it's 1.4 pounds. I checked. So still not as light as I told you guys before, but still it's still on the fairly light, right? It's still about the, you know, about the same weight as like an iPad or something like that. So anyways, yeah, this is the Asus ZenScreen OLED monitor. Overall, yeah, I do recommend this. I think this is a pretty good portable monitor. If you guys are looking for the best looking portable monitor, then definitely check out this one. Yeah, I think this is a really beautiful look one. Here's Wreck-It Ralph example.
Gene, wait.
Oh, this is a colorful scene as well. But yeah, if you guys are looking for just the best looking portable monitor on the market, then definitely check this one out. Yeah, the Asus ZenScreen portable OLED monitor. Yep. My major only gripe with it, so it's very slim, very light, works pretty well. You know, whatever input I put it in, it just detects it right away. My major gripe with it is just that it doesn't have built-in speakers, but that's just me, right? That's kind of my personal gripe because I prefer to have like built-in speakers, so I don't have to worry about bringing my own. And like even if the speakers built into portable monitors are usually not good, it's still like, you know, something I don't have to worry about. But now, yeah, if I take this somewhere, I have to worry about the speakers. So I have to like, if I watch something with a friend, then I have to actually bring an external speaker. So that's something to think about. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Otherwise, it's a really great portable monitor. It looks really beautiful. Yeah, so I think overall the quality should be better than the BP16 OLED. So that's it, guys. Asus ZenScreen portable OLED monitor. Let me know what you guys think, and as always, thanks for watching.